What is up, people of the internet? My name is Freelance Amber, and welcome to the Season 9 finale of Death Battle that I've waited months to get this done. So, I apologize for that. So, before we begin, please watch the original episode on either the Death Battle YouTube channel or on Rooster Teeth website before coming to my reaction or anybody else's reactions. Go support the team that's been making this series awesome. So, like I said... It's been, God knows how long, and a lot of you have been practically shouting at me to, get this done. And I'm sorry, but because at the time, I was working 2 jobs, I did not have any time for myself, I did not have the time to work this, and now that I have a full-time job, and now that I have a new work schedule, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., it's gonna be a chore to get up at 5 in the morning, but still, now I'm making time to make this. So, I'm gonna make this into a, I guess, movie of sorts, because I did the other 2 death battles, Sauron versus Lich King and Deku versus Asta, on a stream months ago, so I'm gonna include that as well. So I'll put that in, the movie as well, but I'll leave time skips in the description so you can skip to what death battle you want to see, and also time skips if you don't want to, stay when I make the final decision of what character I want to choose. So for this one, for this recording, after you watch the other 2 death battles, I'll be doing this one. So I'll see you all in a bit. Anyway, what is up, people of the internet? My name is Freelance Amber, and welcome back to another death battle reaction video. So there's gonna be another reaction streaming, and the first one is going to be Sauron versus the Lich King. Sauron from Lord of the Rings, Lich King from World of Warcraft. So before we begin, please watch the original episode on either the Rooster Teeth website or the Death Battle YouTube channel. I messed up my intro already. Before coming to my reaction or anybody else's reactions. So go support the team that's been making this series awesome. So like I said, thank you very much, Darkness. So this is another of the death battles that I missed. Last time I did this, it was SpongeBob versus Aquaman and Jason versus Michael Myers. So we're going to do this again. And hopefully this will be the last time I do this. I know a lot of you would like to see these live reactions, but I need to get back into the swing of things and pre-record them. So, yeah. So here's the thing. I do not know much about these 2, mainly because A, I never fully watched any of the Lord of the Rings movies, and B, I don't think I've ever extensively played World of Warcraft. I mean, it was there when it was, in its prime and all that, but I just never really got into it. So I have no idea how these 2 fare against each other. So, yeah. So I got nothing else to say, so let's just get this episode started. Alright, so... Sauron versus Lich King. The Lord of the Rings fights the Scourge of the Undead. Let me see. Alright, so let's just get this started. And hopefully there'll be more people joining in, because like I said, I know some people like to watch these reactions live. So, let it begin in 3, 2, 1. What time is it? Oh shit, I should have fed Luna first. That should be fine. Go. Should be fine until I'm done with this. Oh.
Sauron, the Lord of the Rings.
The Lich King, Warcraft's Lord of the Scourge.
Evil has many shapes, but few can match the presence of these kings of blight and shadow.
Ooh.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, CG, let's go!
Within the timeless halls, at the dawn of creation, the supreme god Eru and his angelic Ainur created all of existence through a single harmonious song.
But one of these angels just had to be a rebel. Melkor ruined that harmony, giving the world its many, many imperfections, like Wiz. Then after messing up God's hit single and going rogue, Melkor took up a new name just to be even more meddled. Morgoth.
Morgoth's power was impressive, daunting. Several Maiar, essentially lower-ranked angels, joined him in his frightening conquest of the world he had helped create.
real quick, are you able to hear me? You'll be able to hear the video? Let me know right now. Before I continue, I'll probably cut this out. To this is just for technical reasons. Yes? Okay, we good. Let's go.
And the greatest of these followers was one obsessed with destroying all life in the pursuit of bringing about complete order.
He used to be Myron, but under Morgoth's reign, he became the one and only Sauron.
As the bigwig of Morgoth's forces, Sauron spent thousands of years bringing Middle-earth to
Lord
its
of the
knees.
Rings.
He's almost more a force of nature than anything else.
54,000
able to create
years.
Infernos, cause
Jeez.
country-spanning
Almost
earthquakes,
55.
and even absorb souls.
And because he's a weird angel spirit man, he can morph his body around his own soul however he wants, or just shed it like clothing and fight as a ghost.
He can morph far beyond that. He has appeared
Trippy
as
much?
something akin to both man and elf, attractive and devious. A werewolf, once thought to be the greatest wolf of all, and even a vampire.
Oh man, Tumblr's gonna go nuts with that.
Many of his greatest accomplishments
mean-
are not due to his powerful magics and weaponry, but his inhuman cunning. Sauron is nothing less than a master of manipulation.
He's like if Loki and Satan did a fusion dance. He loves to trick someone with illusions, shadow magic, or just by toying with their sad, predictable, pathetic human emotions. Like when he convinced Saruman to join the evil side, who was basically a super wizard specifically
Gandalf.
meant to lead the charge against Sauron.
In some ways, Sauron is actually wiser than the master he served. In the most epic war to eclipse all other wars, humans, dwarves, elves, and more united to destroy Morgoth, casting what remained of Melkor into the void.
But Sauron saw it coming and bailed faster than me at a divorce hearing, just to show back up centuries later in the fiery pits of Mordor.
There, the Dark
probably not gonna
Lord
pay
created a
attention to
plan
any of
to
this.
conquer everything. He fooled the Elven Smiths into forging 19 rings of power and planted them among the leaders of Elven, Man, and Dwarven kind,
Okay.
all controlled by another ring he made in secret.
The one ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. Oh god, that's so epic. Think I'm into poetry now. Forged in the fires of Mount
okay, that's
Doom
pretty cool.
using part of Sauron's own soul, the One Ring amplified his power and let him control the minds and actions of the other ring bearers.
The 9 kings of men were especially vulnerable and saw themselves reduced to twisted wraiths bent to Sauron's whims.
Yeah.
It wasn't any better for the less kingly humans. So much so that Sauron mind-controlled most of Numenor. We're talking about an island nation that could have had as many as 18 million people, and Sauron had them all at his creepy, pokey fingertips.
This led to retaliation from Eru, who had hardly directly intervened ever before, even
Okay.
against Morgoth. Eru sank Numenor, while Sauron was still on it. But the Dark Lord's spirit persevered, indestructible
Because why
even
not?
against the wrath of God.
Sauron used the ring to build himself a new body. It may have cost a lot of power, but he took a biblical event to the face and went right back on to being evil.
And yet, putting so much power into one object did have drawbacks.
Which hit back
Madness?
hard when Isildur subtracted a digit from his hand.
The Warrior King did more than just cut off a finger. He took the ring and its power for himself. This act
Because why not?
forced Sauron to retreat as a disembodied spirit, threatened by his own power in the hands of another. And should the One Ring be destroyed completely, Sauron's spirit could be rendered impotent beyond repair. It isn't all bad, though. The ring can turn you invisible, create visions of impending doom, and has one hell of a defense mechanism.
Yeah, who'd want to destroy it when it makes you want it? Has a will of its own, with promises
Boomstick.
whispered even the best of us can't refuse. The greatest poultry dinner ever, Boomstick.
Oh, he's gonna turn to
Bourbon,
Gollum.
Pecan, Parmesan, turducken.
What?
It's so precious.
What did you just do?
What? It sounded delicious. Well, ring or
Oh,
no
he ate
ring,
it? I wasn't paying
Sauron's a
attention.
beast. He swatted away armies of soldiers, interrupted Mount Doom through sheer willpower. He has total control.
I'm not gonna pay
over his
attention to
own
any of
being
this.
and can modify his soul at will. So he can definitely resist someone like spooky ghost Celebrimbor trying to dominate his spirit.
And being among the strongest Maiar, the peak of Sauron's power is beyond that of Osei, a lesser Maya, which is specifically important because Osei single-handedly raised the island of Numenor.
Yeah, remember that island that got Noah'd? That place. No wonder everyone wants his ring. Who could turn down that much power?
Not Isildur. The hearts of men are easily corrupted, and he kept the ring rather than destroy it. But in the end, the ring destroyed him and waited for its master's return.
Sauron was rebuilding Mordor into a world-conquering
Mordor,
force.
Mordor,
And after
Mordor,
a little bit
Mordor.
of good old-fashioned torture, he found out the ring was in the Shire. The chillest, coziest, dopest place imaginable. Ah, man, when I retire, I'm gonna go live in a hobbit hole and just get lit 24/7.
And so began the War of the Ring. Sauron's forces covered the land,
War of the
seeking
Ring.
both the ring and
All
the
this for one
downfall of man, always shadowed by the symbol of his ever-present influence, the Eye of Sauron.
It
Oh,
was a
okay, that I
slaughterfest.
kinda recognize.
Middle-earth stood no chance. Everybody basically accepted death by orcs as inevitable. It was hopeless. The kingdoms of men would finally fall for good.
Save for the Dark Lord's truest weakness. Sauron's cunning and stratagems were impressive, sure, but ultimately, he never truly understood the people of Middle-earth. In his mind, absolute power was factually irresistible. He never imagined a mere mortal could ever, or would ever, seek to actually destroy the One Ring.
Against all odds and a whole lot of walking, Sauron was defeated. Not by the sparkly new king or the armies of Middle-earth, but by the most unlikely creature imaginable, Elijah Wood.
Yet, even as a formless shadow, Sauron's legacy remains one of domination, treachery, and most of all, fear. Fitting for the being that represents, and I quote, as near an approach to the holy evil will as is possible.
Woo! Okay, let's see what the Lich King
On
has to
the
say, because
distant
I haven't
planet of
been
Draenor,
paying attention to any of
destruction
this.
was imminent. The orc shaman Ner'zhul prepared a spell with his followers to tear the planet asunder, all
Alright.
to escape the fury of the demon lord Kil'jaeden.
But
Kill
when
Jaden.
Ner'zhul waltzed through the portal, Kil'jaeden was right there waiting for him.
Ner'zhul was forced to
Kill
serve
Jaden.
Kil'jaeden's will to ravage another world,
Kill Jaden.
Azeroth. Thus, he was transformed into the first Lich King.
Ooh.
This Lord of the Dead was sent to the continent of Northrend, but Kil'jaeden had one more twist for poor Zul. His
Kil'jaeden.
body was gone, leaving just his spirit, which was bound to a set of armor sealed within a prison of magical ice. Man, this guy can't catch a break. Armor looks sick, though. He's gonna possess me if I put that on, huh?
From
It
his
does.
frozen prison,
It
the
does
Lich
look cool.
King would begin his conquest, conjuring an unstoppable plague of undeath. Soon, this would threaten the lives of the kingdom of Lordaeron.
Okay, so that was a lot, but here's where our main guy finally shows up.
Okay.
Lordaeron's crown prince and holy knight, Arthas Menethil. Yeah, his name does kind of sound like something your doctor would give you for fungus, but hey, no. Arthas was a badass. At 19 years old, he was considered one of the best swordsmen in the world and had mastered nearly every weapon he could.
Even with such a skilled warrior as its prince,
Intern at
Lordaeron
Blizzard in
was
2017.
already severely pressured by a war with an orcish horde, so a zombie plague was the last thing Arthas needed. Compounding this even further, Ner'zhul managed to break free of Kil'jaeden's power and turned his attention toward creating a champion to lead his ever-growing scourge.
All right.
Naturally, he chose Arthas.
Who was a stressed out mess, to the point where he tried to stop the plague by killing everyone in his own city. Holy shit! Yeah, he was totally losing it, so hearing a creepy voice in his head really didn't help.
Nope.
Long story short, in his efforts to protect his realm, Arthas discovered a rune blade and took it for himself. This was the fearsome Frostmourne.
Surprise!
Nope.
It's the source of the Lich King's power. He was stealing souls and storing them within the blade. With this new ice-cold cleaver in hand, Arthas lost his soul and got a Death Knight makeover.
And so the former hero of light would lead the very scourge he previously fought.
And in time, Arthas would don the armor for himself, giving the Lich King a new, ultimate power. Walking!
Remember, everything the Lich King had done up until this point had been from his prison within a literal block of ice.
Okay.
And this new Sauronite armor, Saronite armor, is the best. Like, what was it doing stuck in ice all this time when it's made of old god blood and self-repairs? Screw you, blacksmith! You're never taking my hard-earned gold! I'll never have to
Okay.
get naked and die again!
What?
By donning this dark helm, Ner'zhul and Arthas fused to become one, a being far more powerful than either had been before.
He could effortlessly cover cities in ice storms,
Hello, Evan?
murder hundreds with the power of shadow, and learn all of your secrets with the Eye of Acheris.
Azeroth's fate was sealed. Everyone was doomed.
See this guy? He's Illidan, a 15,000-year-old demon hunter with a bit of a chip on his shoulder. As a Death Knight, Arthas could take him down, even after fighting through a massive army to get to him. Against this new Lich King, Illidan never stood a chance.
This is important because Illidan had absorbed the power of Gul'dan, an orc warlock who, alongside his followers, raised the Broken Isles out of the sea, a massively powerful feat of magic.
The fact that Arthas, a mortal guy, beat him up is a big deal. Just imagine how kick-ass he'd be in full control of the undying Lich King powers. Oh wait, we don't have to.
Ner'zhul
that's
may have
badass.
pulled Arthas' strings up until this point, but he had made a drastic miscalculation.
Y'all gotta tell me on
within
this
the mind
because
of
I'm
the Lich King.
not gonna pay
Arthas
attention to any of
battled
this.
Ner'zhul
I've
for
never-
control and won. The power of Frostmourne, of the Scourge, of Undeath itself was now under the command of Arthas.
And by this point, he was just done. Like, with everything. You've all had one of those days, right? Where you see all of humanity is so pathetic they can only be saved by just killing them all, so you rip out your own heart. Yeah, relatable.
Determined to end all life, Arthas led his
Yo,
scourge
Spectral?
across Azeroth, spreading the plague to every corner of the world. He slaughtered every contender in his path, including legendary champions like this hero of the Horde, Dranosh Sarfang.
Who the Lich King bitch slapped to death in one hit, then zombified to serve him instead. Man, that didn't go well.
The Lich King seemed unstoppable.
Only one thing could take him down. A 25-man raid team of the best nerds World of Warcraft servers had to offer. And that one guy who was just there because he was friends with somebody, but damn, he sucked.
With these, heroes triumphant, the Paladin Tyrion shattered
Heroes.
Frostmourne with an equally legendary blade, ending the Lich King's vile reign.
But the Scourge doesn't work on Phantom Menace battle droid rules, so there must always be a Lich King to keep the relentless undead in check.
Huh.
Yet no Lich King before or since ever matched the terror and malice Arthas brought to Azeroth.
Without a doubt, one of the most terrifying kings to ever conquer the world of Warcraft.
Woo! Okay, so y'all got to help me on this because fantasy is not entirely my forte, so I'm not gonna know shit about this. And like I said, I don't think I was paying attention to anything what they were saying. Go with Sauron? Okay. Okay, but okay, you guys, from whatever knowledge you have between these two, who should I go for? I'll wait. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, we got 2 for Sauron. Oh, excuse me. While Lich King's powerful, I think Sauron is safer, especially because of his age. Yeah, I mean, about 55,000 years old. Yeah, I guess. Whereas the Lich King, what can I remember? Yeah, for most of the time until that, I'm not gonna bother remembering that guy's name. The guy found the blade. The Lich King spent pretty much majority of his lifetime in a prison of ice, and until the guy found the sword and went to the armor, that's when he fused it. And what else? And the way that they beat him, and I don't know how it makes any sort of canonical sense, because they just said because World of Warcraft is a game at the end of the day, and they had 25 random players, or as Boomster would call it, the biggest nerds, and whatever skill set, weapons, and all that they did to defeat him, but the Lich King's power can be passed on. At least that's what I'm understanding. Whereas Sauron, he doesn't exactly pass on. The best what I got out of that is the ring is Sauron in a sense. like at least in a spiritual way. At least that's what I got out of that. Am I wrong? Oh yeah, plus Sauron's ring is like really tough to destroy. Okay, well, based on what you guys are saying, I think I should go with Sauron. Hope y'all haven't let me down. The ring is made from Sauron. Yeah. Okay, so based on what I'm seeing, I knew nothing about Lich King. I don't think any of us do, because I don't think a majority of us have ever played World of Warcraft. So I think we're gonna go with Sauron in this one, because no, because I was gonna say that I've seen some parts of the Lord of the Rings movies, but not to the full extent on who Sauron is. Luna's gonna be because of popular MMOs? Yeah. Okay, so after a good majority vote, we're gonna go with Sauron. Alright. Alright. Y'all better be right about this. So, we're gonna go with Sauron. So, Sauron. Ugh. Let's go! 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle! On death battle! Jesus Christ. A lot of times Boomstick just like adds in another word. Okay, I admit the Lich King's armor is kind of badass.
I shall claim what is mine. In this cold north, you will find only death.
Let's go. Fight! Woo! Let's go. Oh, jeez. Oh my god. Why does he sound like Reaper from Overwatch? Oh my god, my headphones are like rumbling. Oh, jeez. Yeah, voice filter.
I'll tear out your heart. You will find nothing.
Woo! Oh, the music in this is like, woo!
Your efforts are for naught. I see you.
Jesus, why do you sound like you're part of Slytherin with the whole... Okay, what kind of...
You serve me now. I serve no one.
Oh, the Eye of Sauron! I've seen that thing around.
Witness the prophecy of your doom. You speak nothing but lies.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Did we do it?
before. Look out for supercharged Sauron now.
Despite the Lich King's impressive power, Sauron's might was absolute.
But not before he got the duel of his life in a crazy close bout. First up, both Dark Lords could counter pretty much any mind or soul-screwing powers, making a lot of their usual tricks way less noteworthy in this match.
To be fair, the Lich King severely debilitated Sauron via his plague of undeath.
Destroyed a planet.
Most physical bodies would not survive such a disease.
So Sauron just got rid of his body. Who needs it? Especially when you can rebuild one or just start fighting as a ghost. Both things Sauron could do.
Yeah.
After all, the plague is intended for organic mortal enemies.
Let me see. Sauron. Oh my gosh! Like Sauron has like the perfect positives. Like no negatives. Not even a tie. Could fight in physical and spirit form. Less obvious weakness. More powerful. Okay. Resistant mental and soul attacks. Superior regeneration. Okay. Okay, little OP there. While the Lich King. Armor resistant to magical attacks. Okay. Helm could block mental and soul attacks. A plague of undeath affected Sauron's physical body. All right. Far less experience. Well, yeah. I mean, Sauron is like almost 55,000 years old. Of course, he is more experienced. Less powerful. Okay, then. Way to state the obvious.
And has never infected a spirit.
Another smaller point for Sauron was his weakness. The Lich King was a clever bastard, but even with the Eye of Icarus, it would have been tough for him to decode and destroy the One Ring. Meanwhile, given enough power, Sauron would naturally end up destroying Frostmourne. He's kinda got a thing for breaking swords.
So let's compare their power. While their highest limits are certainly nebulous, interestingly enough, some of the most impressive feats from both worlds involve lifting islands. As Sauron is a more powerful Maya than Osei, and the Lich King could reliably defeat someone with Gul'dan's magic, it is possible to gauge the difference in power by measuring the islands that were raised.
Keep in mind, Gul'dan had a bunch of help, so we're only giving him his share. Turns out, Osei was doing twice the work.
By examining official maps to determine the volume of the islands, we found a difference between lifting 2 quadrillion tons of rock versus 4 quadrillion tons, among further energy required to actually lift these through the ocean, of course.
Bruh.
Both impressive, sure, but Sauron had the edge.
And for the final nail in the coffin, the Lich King might have been super scary, but he really wasn't around for all that long. At least not when compared to the experience Sauron has warring with the world for thousands of years.
Yeah.
The Lich King certainly posed a threat to Sauron, but the ruler of Mordor's awesome might, enduring spirit, and millennia of treachery proved him the superior Dark Lord.
Wow!
Is that it?
What? Are you sour on the pun? I was pretty keen about it.
The winner is Sauron.
Woo! We did it!
Hey, if you want more Death Metal ASAP,
I mean, I already know who it is. Might as well just
You'll
put
get
it in.
exclusive emotes, badges, live chat, live streams, and a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff. Just click that join button. Thanks for watching.
My Hero Academia, let's go! Black Clover, hell yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Okay, how am I doing? Let me see. I lost this one. I think I won that. Yeah, I think I won this one. Let me see. I lost this one. I won that one. I won that one. 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 I lost this one. Okay, so I'm like 2 for whatever. Yeah, only 2 I got wrong so far. Yeah, let's go. Anyway, okay. I might like the next time give 2 losses. Yeah, only 2 losses. That's fine. That's fine. That is fine. That is fine. So next up, Battle of the Underdogs. Okay, so now we're gonna do the intro again as if I'm recording this. So, 3, 2, 1. What is up, people of the internet? My name is Freelance Amber, and welcome back to another Death Battle reaction video. There's gonna be Battle of the Underdogs. Deku from My Hero Academia versus Asta from Black Clover. So before we begin, please watch the original episode on either the Rooster Teeth website or the Death Battle YouTube channel before coming to my reaction or anybody else's reactions. Go support the team that's been making the series awesome. So, I kind of wish I did pre-record this so that way I would get like, and you get the initial like big old reaction because it's, well, not to the extent of like why when I first saw Weiss that's gonna be in death battle. But still. So yeah, like I said, Battle of the Underdogs. I don't know what I need. I don't know what I need to say that hasn't already been said in the previous death battle. So I don't. So let's just get this over with. My push-up is unable to do all the 5 beans. Okay. Whoops. You read the description. So I got nothing to say. Let's just get this over with. Okay, Deku versus Asta. My Hero Academia's quirkless hero goes up against Black Clover's magicless mage in an underdog battle for the ages. Okay, so here's the thing. I have been reading the Black Clover manga, and I kind of know what's going on with Asta. Whereas for My Hero Academia, I haven't been watching the anime, and I haven't really been reading the manga. I just been watching like people do chapter reviews on My Hero Academia. So I kind of know what's going on with Deku as of this moment in the manga. And whoo-wee! Okay. There's death battles. Okay, so but yeah, I kind of know more or less what's going on with these two in terms of like skills, power level, and all that. Maybe, hopefully. All right, so now we can get this started. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Deku, My Hero Academia's super student, straight out of UA High.
Asta, the anti-magical ass-kicker from Black Clover.
Though you may be born bereft of the same gifts as your peers, there is nothing stopping you from achieving your dreams.
As long as you're a fictional character in a fantasy world. I mean, as long as you've got your friends by your side, you'll pack a hell of a punch.
I mean,
Be
friendship is
whiz
power
high
thing.
Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
By the way, a bit of a shameless plug. I have my own like fan fiction involving Black Clover. If you guys want to have a read, I mean, I recommend it. I'm really proud of it. I'm also working on the sequel right now with another friend of mine. And yeah, so I'll leave a link to that fanfic if you guys want to have a look at it later.
Izuku Midoriya wanted only one thing from life: to be a beacon of hope, just like his idol, the #1 ranked superhero in Japan, All Might.
Too bad he was born a freak with no powers. You heard right. This is like a reverse X-Men thing where 80% of the population gets red superpowers, or quirks as they're called, while the remaining fifth are stuck as basic bitches, or as his spiky-haired bully Bakugo called him, Deku.
That's a
Bruh.
pun on the Japanese word dekunobu, meaning good for nothing.
Oof.
Persevering despite his basic bitchedness, Midoriya got the chance to prove his quirkless heroic mettle against this giant sludge monster, much to the surprise of one particular almighty onlooker.
His
Yep.
body secretly decaying from a horrific injury, All
Yeah.
Might needed to find the one who would inherit his all-powerful quirk.
Yeah.
And All Might didn't want just anybody. The hero world was filled with
So real quick, I'm pretty sure they're gonna spoil what's going on in the manga right now. So there's gonna be manga spoilers in here. So if you haven't been catching up with either the anime or manga, but you're still watching this, you have been warned.
glory seekers in it for fame and money. All Might wanted someone whose body moved on its own to save someone.
He saw exactly that in young Midoriya, and gave him one of the most powerful quirks in the world, one for all.
That was the problem. Even after bulking up from lad to Chad,
Woo!
the recoil from even one punch would shatter all the bones in his arm. So he trained to be able to handle his gift at the superhero school of his dreams, UA High.
And that's when he decided to own the name used as a cudgel against him for so many years. Turns out, Deku can also be an abbreviation for Dekiru, someone who can do anything.
Oh.
Exactly the opposite of Dekunobu. One for All allows Deku to release absolutely absurd amounts
Eat
of
shit,
strength
Bakugo.
from different parts of his body, with super moves named after U.S. cities and states.
So yeah, so all these quirks right here, they're from the previous All for One users. Fajin, I think that's the third users. Danger Sense, I think the fifth. Black Whip, no. Okay, I I know that Float was Nana Shimura's, which is the 7th One for All user. That was before All Might. All for one, not one for all. Okay, Gear Shift. Okay, that no. Gear Shift's the second user's quirk. Smoke Screen, I think that's the 6th. 3, 6, yeah. Gear Shift's the second All for One user. No, One for All. Oh my god, I'm getting the names mixed up. I meant One for All. One for All. I meant One for All. Jesus Christ, I'm getting these names. I'm getting the two names mixed up because it's the two phrases that go together that you hear, like, not Musketeers, but I mostly hear from Mickey Mouse and the Three Musketeers thing. You know, one for all for one and one for all and all that. Is there a villain in that? Yeah. Yeah, the villain's name is All for One. Okay. Yeah. Let me see. For everyone and All for One just for one. Yes, that's how it is. Okay, let me see. Fa Jin. I'm pretty sure Fa Jin is the 3rd. Danger Sense is the 4th. Oh no, it's going in order. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. No. Whatever. Let's just get on with this.
Deku still can't access all of his power safely, though. Using 100% will quickly destroy his body, which is why he learned to distribute his strength evenly across his body, a technique known as full cowling. This lets him increase his speed and durability as well, making him more all-rounded, and shifting focus to his own interpretation of One for All inspired by his pal Ida, shoot style.
Where he pulls out a Glock and blows your brains out. Okay, not really, but in keeping with One for All's rabbit theme, he trades All Might's signature punches for kicks. My version's better. You ever seen Rabbit vs. Gun? I have, and I know how it plays out.
Considering the much higher muscle mass of a human's legs, shoot style allowed Deku to output even more power while giving his arms a break.
Yeah.
A break from a break.
And despite being a classic melee build, Deku can fight at range by punching powerful gusts of air and even precisely aim them with specially designed gloves.
Deku has an encyclopedic knowledge of quirks and is always analyzing their strengths and weaknesses mid-battle, even if he does sound a little weird.
Despite only barely getting accepted in the first place, Deku quickly became one of Class 1A's most dependable fighters. Because, somehow these students are constantly getting drafted into literal wars against murderous supervillains.
Midoriya's successes in battle against ruthless criminals like Stain, Muscular, and Overhaul came much to his old bully's chagrin. Where Bakugo was a child prodigy, he now found himself overshadowed by his hard-working rival.
Eat
and
shit,
the two would
Bakugo.
use their mutual respect and animosity to motivate each other to get stronger.
Classic frenemies. They're only solving their problems by pounding the living tar out of each other.
Luckily for him, Deku soon learned that living tar pounding wasn't the only thing he could do. Turns out, One for All did not originate with All Might. It had been passed down 8 times until it arrived at Deku, with each inheritance also carrying the
7, 6,
previous
5,
user's
4.
natural quirk as well.
Like Black Whip, which lets him manifest crazy long and strong energy tendrils to tie enemies up and swing around the city, or shoot one out of his mouth, just like our girl Froppy.
And Danger Sense, which gives him a minor reactive
4th,
precognition.
okay, that's the 4th.
AKA, he's Spider-Man.
Yep.
Not even a reach. The mangaka is like the biggest Spidey fan ever.
He can also produce a smoke screen to mask his presence, float in midair, or store up kinetic energy over time with Fa Jin.
Oof.
Like that. By storing up enough, he can even match All Might's max power without any recoil to boot. Strong enough to change the weather and create city block-sized tornadoes with a single punch.
And he's even stronger with his newest quirk, Gear Shift.
Hell
which allows
yeah!
him to increase the speed of an object anytime he touches it. In conjunction with the power of All for One, he can use this to warp reality itself. Deku can go toe-to-toe with arch-villains like Shigaraki, who's fast enough to react to and catch laser beams with his bare hands.
But nothing could prepare him for All Might's archenemy, the shadowy leader of the League of Villains, All for One.
All Might only ever showed his young pupil kindness and support, but that couldn't change the absolutely crushing pressure Deku felt at every moment.
Yeah.
Even classically trained dickhead Bakugo came to help his teammate out when he needed it. Like when they teamed up to share One for All and punch an island-sized hole in the clouds.
And apparently, that movie is canonical to the series. What's his name? Yeah, I think it's called Heroes Rising. Yeah, apparently the My Hero Academia movie Heroes Rising is actually canonical to the series because there's actually a section, I don't know what chapter it was, but there was actually a section where Bakugo quick spoiler warning, where Bakugo actually managed to, I don't know, either see or talk to the vestige of All Might. So yeah, that's probably yep. We just did the Sauron versus Lich King one, so we're just gonna head on with Deku versus Asta. So 3, 2, 1.
24 miles high.
Woo!
Just goes to show that even One for All isn't a one-man army. Deku's true strength comes from his teamwork between himself and his friends.
And with their help, Deku will surely become that beacon of hope he dreamt about as a child.
One hero for all mankind.
Let me just say, the third opening, My Hero Academia, totally fire.
Magic! You know it, you love it, and in the world of Black Clover, it doesn't come from a box you bought at a tacky West Hollywood costume shop. Everyone's got it.
Mana is the source of all magic, a supernatural energy found in the air and in living beings. Except living beings whose names are Asta.
Not only was the young Asta an orphan abandoned by his mother at a church as a baby, he was born with a mutation that prevents him from having any mana to speak of. Well, neither do I, and you don't hear me crying about it.
Yes, you do, all of the time. But Asta had a dream. Despite his lack of magic, he and his best friend Yuno promised each other one of them would rise to the throne of the greatest military position in the land, the Wizard King. Wizard King? Really, guys? Sometimes they call it Magic Emperor, but we all know what they mean.
So, he dedicated himself to getting swole as all hell. In a world of nerds, he would be its lone jock god, shoving every last wizard into a locker until they crowned him king.
But huge, frightening pectorals on a tiny, screaming goblin child weren't enough on its own. He needed something powerful enough to shut down his opponent's magic.
He needed the 5-leaf clover grimoire.
Essentially a book of spells, a grimoire will choose its user and float beside their wielder at all times.
And Asta was lucky enough to receive the Una reverse card of grimoires. The 5-leaf clover can harness the power of anti-magic, which will literally nullify the effects of other magic spells. Almost like wizard kryptonite. Let the locker stuffing commence! Haha, get nerd!
It wasn't long before Asta was accepted into one of the 9 squads of Clover Kingdom's Magic Knights, the Black Bulls, filled with lazy drunkards, antisocial otakus, and literal sociopaths.
My kind of people! Mostly. But much like with Asta, you shouldn't judge a grimoire by its cover. And soon they were all working together and kicking ass like a family should.
Asta harnesses the power of anti-magic by summoning swords imbued with it from
Real quick. Also, Captain Yami is awesome. Hell yeah, it is. That's why I named my Paldean Tauros and Pokemon Scarlet Yami. Even though I kind of thought it was a dark type because of, Black Bull. Black Bull? But it's a fighting type, and you know what? I'm okay with it.
the grimoire. Normally, these swords would quickly drain the mana from anyone foolish enough to wield them, but Asta does not have any mana, turning his greatest weakness into a one-of-a-kind strength.
Hell yeah.
He's got his classic Demon Slayer, an enormous greatsword which cuts through spells with its edge and deflects them with its flat.
Okay, another spoiler one. And Evan, I didn't turn on the alert, so sorry you had to waste your channel points. Thoughts on Dunsparce's evolution? Disappointed. That's all I can say. Anyway, for right here, Liba. Quick spoiler warning if you haven't read the manga, but I think at the point of the anime where you can. I think we're at the point of the anime where you know the name. So yeah, Liba is essentially Asta's adopted brother. Because if you haven't seen like I say, if you haven't read the manga, you haven't watched the anime, spoiler warning. Liba, like I said, adopted brother because Asta's mother took in Liba because he was essentially yeeted out of like the devil world from the higher ranking devils. Yeah, some folks pronounce it as Libe. I hear Liba. Or yeah, Liba. But I don't know if Asta like knows if Liba is his adopted brother. I think he knows. It was somewhere in like one of the manga chapters. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm like geeking out with this. Let's go.
Or the Demon Dweller, which can also absorb and copy magic, then toss it right back to sender.
I think my personal favorite is the more complex Demon Destroyer, which severs the relationship between a spell's cause and effect, countering the effects of its magic. This could result in anything from healing a village that was inflicted with poison to preventing reincarnation.
Yeah, okay, some of these can get a little heady. I personally prefer keeping it simple, like using anti-magic telekinesis to surf on your sword through the sky.
I mean, why
It's
not?
worth noting that these swords are made specifically for countering magical attacks and sources of mana. The swords will act as though blunted when striking non-magical foes, more akin to giant clubs than actual blades. Not entirely inconsistent with real-life greatswords.
But none of that's even close to as cool as his deadliest sword, the Demon Slasher.
Hell
a katana
yeah.
as black as the pits of hell and twice as badass.
This one actually does
And the
cut
fact he
like
could
a
do-
sword, but
also he could
it's
do that with one
complicated.
arm.
It lets Asta actually select what he does and does not want to cut, only affecting his target while leaving anything else unharmed.
Okay, at this point, isn't that just magic?
Magic with a loophole.
And
Yeah.
he studied the blade long enough to become a master swordsman to boot. Not in the real life sense, in the anime sense.
He can spin himself like a tornado to deflect magic spells, thrust forward at top speed like a charging bull, launch a barrage of anti-magic projectiles, and even channel anti-magic into his swords to vastly increase their size.
Well, while he may be no good with mana, he has learned to detect ki. Because,
Yep.
of course,
The life force existing in all things, Asta can detect hidden opponents and even predict their movements ahead of time, as long as he's fast enough to react.
Yeah.
with such crazy powers, Asta was taking on threats like the Eye of the Midnight Sun, the Devil Zagrid, and the Dark Triad. So many nerds, never enough lockers. Too bad for Asta, though. He had one serious inner demon.
Literally, housed within the five-leaf clover grimoire was Liba, a demon exiled
See?
from hell for completely
See, even he says Liba.
lacking magical powers, and who just so happened to get adopted by Asta's mother.
Until he got possessed by a different demon and killed her. Vowing vengeance on all demonkind, Liba manifested anti-magic from his hatred as a way to kick their asses. Which gave him and Asta a lot of common ground, despite the whole, mom murder thing.
In fact, the two became true brothers and formed an unstoppable duo. Liba can actually fully merge with Asta for a massive power boost that lasts up to 5 minutes, at the cost of leaving Asta nearly powerless for the next half hour.
Come on, I want it. Yeah, I'll take it if I get to be strong enough to slice buildings to pieces, obliterate huge chunks of earth, and tear the most powerful demons apart. Give me the goddamn book.
I'm the book boy, okay? Even characters earlier in the series like Patoli had magic capable of completely vaporizing the entire Clover
Patoli.
Kingdom in a
Did he say Bertoli? Did he say Bertoli? Did he say Bertoli? Well, I guess the English name would be Potry. Bertoli. It sounds like the name of the freaking spaghetti sauce. Anyway.
single attack. And demons that Asta has fought since then, like Dante and Lucifero, are leagues stronger.
Hell,
Did you say Lucifero? I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Lucifero. You said Lucifero? What? Whatever.
Through all these demon forms and anti-magic powers, Asta's body is so incredibly well trained, he dodged a beam of light while sleeping. As in, he was asleep, and the force of his sneeze pushed his head out of the way of a beam of light. Light speed sneezes, everyone.
And despite his headstrong and irritating personality.
AKA screaming at the top of his lungs as often as possible.
Asta's an intelligent fighter who
I
has
mean, that's
leveraged
his
skill
charm.
against far more experienced foes.
But he wouldn't be anywhere without the ragtag band of deviants he calls friends. With them at his side, there's no way he won't climb the ranks to take the Wizard King's throne. Especially with Yuno pushing them both to get stronger.
Unlike other classic shonen rivalries, this one isn't tainted by antagonism. They truly want what's best for each other, even if they're competing for the same throne.
Yuno's gonna need all the luck he can get, cause even if Asta never gets mana of his own, his true magic is never given up.
Okay, let's see. This is gonna be a tough one. I mean, I thought I heard in Deku's bio that Wiz said that he can like bend reality. Was that it? I thought I heard Wiz say that Deku can bend reality. Was I thinking about something else? But anyway, And here's the thing, from what I remember from watching like people's chapter reviews of Black Clover, is that Asta but they didn't say that Asta, because Asta does have a weakness, is that he's that's gonna be weird because something like warp reality with gear ship. Okay. Because in one of the like recent-ish chapters, maybe like 10-ish chapters ago in Black Clover, that Asta has difficulty with someone actually getting up close to him because that's his weakness. Something about like close physical combat. Because he's more used to having people like shoot out. I'm talking about Asta. He's more used to having people shoot out the magic. That way he can like actually deflect it and all that. That's because the other wizards, they don't have like the physical like prowess. Like they can't do like a punch, they can't do like a kick. The best they can do is like channel up whatever mana they have and just shoot it out of them. But then Asta can just like. So the close combat class is better. Close combat. Yeah. But that's where Deku has the advantage because yes, he does have like ranged stuff, like when he uses gauntlets to like flick out like condensed air to use as bullets, and even like Black Whip, he still has to get up close and personal, like in one of the chapters, spoiler alert for My Hero Academia manga, when he was fighting Lady Nagant, he actually used not exactly 100% full cowling, but he used one of the other quirks to make like a pseudo all for 100% full cowling, and just like tackle Lady Nagant. Go versus Shoto. They said quirks aren't magic, right? So Asta can't shut up. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and the My Hero Academia world, they don't have like, it's not mana. They're actually born with like this like sort of mutation. Fajin, like a false 100% full cowling. Okay, but even though I'm still with Asta, he is the man with the sword, many swords. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. This is the tough one. So Asta's only effective weapon is katana. Yeah, and also, oh yeah, but here's the thing: both Asta and Deku have like a form of like danger sense. I mean, Deku with danger sense and Asta with ki, so they can't sense each other out. So that's the only tie between them. Not saying anything of the Russian. Yeah. Let me see. I don't want to like hold on to this debate too long. What time is it? 7:38. I need to feed Luna soon. Anyway, ugh. His key sense can predict his movements. That is true. Still going with Asta? Huh, okay. Okay, majority vote, guys. Should I go with Asta or Deku? Okay, we got 1 for Asta, 2 for Asta. Predicting movements? You're not saying a damn word. Okay, Okay, well, can you be at least a little subtle? At least a little subtle? So far, I'm seeing that Asta might be the better vote. I'm gonna lose this. I'm gonna lose another of my streak. Oh. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. Yeah, Mira. So far, like the predicted movements, with Asta, but Deku is more versatile. He has more stuff under his belt, whereas Asta, he has the swords and his merging with Liba. When in doubt, go with your gut. Oh. Okay. We're going with Asta on this. Okay. We're going with Asta. Asta, huh? The one with the powers one. Okay, fine. We'll go with Asta. Sorry I took too long. Okay, Asta. In 3, 2, 1, go. We're going with Asta.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle! All right, we're going with Asta.
Sword that big? He's gotta be crazy strong. I'm gonna have to rely on more than just my power to take him down.
Just gotta hit him really hard.
Okay, hang on. Is this the Budokai? Oh, the Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. Probably. I don't know, probably. Okay, we're gonna give it like a few minutes. Why is Asta shirtless? It's what happened in like the later parts of Black Clover. It's after the 6-month training period after the elf arc, and then going on to the Spade Kingdom arc. And yes, because he's swole. Alright. Gonna give Buzz Swole cosplay. Okay, so let's go. Okay, we're going with Asta on this one. Fight!
Man, this guy can give even Luck a run for his money.
Oh, Luck, yeah.
Aren't swords supposed to be sharp? His speed isn't slowed by his sword's weight at all. Gotta hamper his movements and get that book out of his hands. Huh? He found me!
Oh yeah. Also, Deku has is relying on his intelligence. Okay, he's got Zoro on this.
Now it's my turn.
Wait! Are you not using magic? What kind of magic emperor would I be if I can't beat a guy like this? Detroit Smash! Huh?
Wait, close the doors. Yeah,
Detroit Smash!
Okay, that.
I don't know what Detroit is, but I've had enough of it. I'm ending this quick!
Oh, here's the thing.
With all you've got, because I'm never going down!
When Asta's in his Devil Union mode, he only has 5 minutes to, like, do shit. Woo! Okay.
No use not going all out anymore. I just gotta hit him really hard.
Oh, here comes full cowling.
My best! Here it is! 1,000,000,000%! Plus Ultra!
Oh, gee, God in heaven. This is gee, God in heaven.
I did it.
Oh! Oh!
Take that, Detroit.
For our final round, as Asta takes on last year's reigning champion, Mr. Satan!
Oh!
Poor Deku.
Yeah.
He tried his best, but Asta just shoved him into that great big locker in the sky.
Both Deku and Asta were fairly evenly matched melee fighters without any specific abilities to give one an easy edge over the other.
Right.
Though, to be fair, the variety of quirks Deku inherited from past users of One For All did make him more versatile and unpredictable.
Yeah.
Plus, quirks are biological mutations, not connected to some supernatural energy source like mana. So Asta's anti-magic powers were basically useless here.
And Deku was generally a smarter and more tactical fighter, but against Asta's incredible might, this time Brawn beat brains.
Let's crunch some numbers! Deku's greatest feat of strength was splitting that enormous cloud formation with Bakugo.
By measuring the size of the island and comparing it to the clouds above, we can determine they dispersed over 63 trillion kilograms of water.
That's the weight of the Great Pyramid of Giza.
Oh.
12,000 of them.
Oh!
And required an energy of nearly 80 teratons of TNT per punch.
Let's compare that to Asta.
Okay.
Batoli's spell was going to be strong enough to vaporize a country the size of the Clover Kingdom.
We can use this map from the manga to estimate the size of Clover Kingdom to be about
Okay.
500 kilometers in diameter, about half the length of Great Britain. Vaporizing a country of that size would require an energy of over 480 teratons of TNT, over 6 times
Oh my
greater than Deku's punch.
God.
While Asta uses anti-magic, it isn't an automatic counter. It needs to be comparable in strength to the spell it's combating. And Asta's gotten way stronger since.
Asta was also quicker.
Let me see this. Oh my God, I feel bad for Deku. More tactical, yes, he's smart. Wider array of powers, yes. Slower, though. Oh, well, I guess. Can't save the access max power. Right, because he can't, like... Because if he keeps using, like, maxing power... I think I remember in the anime they say they can't... If Deku uses his power, like, fully, like, maximum, he'll never use his arms again. Or maybe even his legs. Plus, swords... Swords are greater than punches and kicks. Okay, but Asta... Physically stronger, yeah, because this should have been in my mind because Deku didn't get his powers until he's like 15, whereas Asta, he's been training because of his lack of magic, he had to make up for it in physical strength. So he's been training like since I don't know how long. I don't know how long he's been training. Whereas Deku, he didn't start training until he's like 14, 15 years old. So in terms of physical like experience, Asta has the win here. Yeah, Asta's faster, better ways to predict movement, more mobile with flight, anti-magic would not affect quirks. Well, yeah, but that's the only thing. Okay, let me see. Asta just shows hard work pays off. Yeah. Let me see. If they gave him his more modern feats, he would be comparable to Asta way more. Okay, one the feat for Asta was BS. 2, they didn't even include Gear Shift and Fajin, which should have helped him. 3, they didn't even make Midoriya use his kicks. I have a huge list of ooch. Oof. Black box.
Sure, scaling to Shigaraki would give Deku roughly light speed reaction time.
But Asta could dodge light in his sleep, and that's his base form, even before transforming with Lipa to get way faster.
And since Deku and Asta's precognitive abilities more or less matched each other, it was only a matter of time before Asta simply overwhelmed him.
Especially since Deku has struggled in the past against faster opponents. Sure, Deku was smarter, but if he literally didn't have enough time to come up with a plan of attack before getting hammered, his brains were wasted.
Deku's tactical brilliance and harem-scarum tenacity definitely gave his opponent a run for his money, but Asta's raw power, blinding speed, and deadlier weaponry spelled the end for All Might's pupil.
Deku gave it his all, and I wish he had won. Hasta la vista.
Bruh.
The winner is Asta.
And that's another one in the books right there!
Hey, if you want more Death Battle 8...
Oh my god, Mira, you're so triggered. There, right there, that BS. Oh my god, you're triggered right now. Hasta la vista.
ASAP, why not grab a membership?
Okay,
You'll get
who's the
exclusive
next one?
emotes, badges, live chat, live streams, and a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff. Just click that join button. Thanks for watching.
Death Battle season finale. May the best fusion win. Really? Vegito, Gogeta? What's the difference? What's the difference? One does the fusion dance, while the other just wears the ring and they fuse. Huh. The fusion. Yeah, well, sorry, Mia. Well, I have not been watching Dragon Ball in like years. The last time I watched any Dragon Ball series was GT. And I hear a lot of people are like not a big fan of it. Multiple times included. What is it? It's a draw. I'm sad because I know nothing about Vegito or Gogeta. Also, ignore my. GT for a lot of. Okay, but anyway, that's another win in the books. Also, Gogeta is canon. Then what's Vegito? They cucked him harder than his own creator. Oh my god. Okay, calm down, Mira. At the end of the day, this is just a fun thing. This is just a fun thing to do. Okay, Vegito, Gogeta. I don't know how I feel about that one. Cinder's best girl. Oh my god. Anyway, I think we're done right here. But that's another one of the books right here. Yeah, and I need to go feed Luna right now and give the poor thing her insulin. But anyway, that was a fun death battle. That's another one of the books right here. And let's see how the season finale of Death Battle, what is this, 9? What is this, 9? I don't remember. Hold on. Yeah, I think it's season 9. Yeah, season 9. Goku Vegeta wins. Season 9. So let's see how the season 9 finale of Death Battle would hold out. But anyway, oh wait, I just realized this is gonna be like in just one season, there's gonna be there will be 4 different Dragon Ball Z characters in just this one season, because Vegeta, Trunks, and now Vegito and Gogeta. Do I have DB matchups I want to see? Not really, because like I said, I haven't been watching the Dragon Ball series since GT. But anyway, that's a pretty good season for me. I only had 2 losses in this, which is like the least amount of losses I've ever had. Anyway, yeah, I think we're gonna end this right now. So, welcome back, everybody. So I assume you all saw the other 2 death battles, the Sauron versus Lich King and Deku versus Asta. So so the last one of this death battle, season 9, is going to be 2 characters which I kind of think are the same people, are kind of the same, from the Dragon Ball Z series, or just Dragon Ball. Gogeta versus Vegito. I don't know, it kind of sounds underwhelming, because they're kind of the same thing, but people are gonna say no, because the way they fuse is differently. One does the dance, and one was the earrings, whatever. I still think it's the same thing. And again, I've been away from the Dragon Ball series for a long while, so win or lose, I just pretty much don't care. I'm sorry to any Dragon Ball fans out there, but I just kind of lost interest in this. I still like it to some degree, but I just fell off the series a long time ago. But anyway, enough about that. Let me turn this light off. It's kind of looks bad. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, so as for who I want to win, I didn't even watch the 2 the little previews they did. So I'm just gonna have to go on guessing with this. Again, win or lose, I just don't care. So I'm finally getting to this done. So let's get this started. So Gogeta versus Vegito. The fusions of Goku and Vegeta face off. I still think it's a weird death battle. But anyway, I like how they put a pause right here. Anyway, let it begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, 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 wow. Bonum, bonum, bonum.
Last one! Man, these things are so easy to find nowadays.
Yes! Now, with this ultimate power, I can finally conquer
Have
the
Gogeta
world!
fight Vegito!
What?
Come on, it's the ultimate Dragon Ball question. Which fusion of Goku and Vegeta is stronger? Gogeta, the combo greater than legends, or Vegito, the mix who surpassed gods?
Intriguing. They are in many ways identical, yet still quite different. Though in canon, they only have a collective total of 3 brief appearances. To truly determine who would win, let's examine all of their material.
So that's Z,
So-
GT, Super, movies, games, guidebooks, Toei's Twitter, even all the crazy Xenoverse and hero stuff.
Hold on to your Dragon Balls.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Right.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
All right.
Imagine, it's 1995 and you're at a movie theater in
1990.
Japan. You're there to watch Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn, and it's
Bruh.
gonna be the most radical movie ever, dude. I mean, yeah, it was a little weird when Adolf showed up, but then it
What?
happened. Goku and Vegeta were pushed to the brink with only
Fusion
one
dance!
option left. They merged
Fusion
into a
ha!
single being of amazing power, Gogeta! And that would be the greatest thing 8-year-old you ever saw. Yep, you peaked at 8.
Fun fact, while Vegito had already debuted in the manga 2 months earlier, Gogeta was created first. After all, the movie had been in production throughout the previous year.
Two
Okay.
Saiyans, the proud son of royalty and the lower class champion becoming one epic powerhouse? This is the true potential of Goku
Number
and
of
Vegeta.
canon appearances,
Easily
1.
a top 5 Dragon Ball moment. Hey, nothing beats the first time we saw Super Saiyan, but I think this comes close.
This method of fusion was taught to Goku by the Metamorans, a mysterious alien people who we
Metamorans?
never actually see.
But I'd guess they like
What?
wearing crop tops with inflatable shoulder pads. Anyway,
Yeah,
when
what's
Goku
with
taught
the-
this fabled technique to Goten and Trunks, it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen.
This
Oh,
is the
Piccolo's
fusion
embarrassed, and
dance.
Piccolo's
On top of an
best Piccolo.
incredibly precise movement routine, this technique requires both parties to match power levels in order to fuse successfully. A literal personification of the phrase, only as strong as the weakest link.
It's pretty
Yeah.
easy to screw up, trust me. But if you nail it, you're the baddest mother effer on the planet.
Though
Right.
not part of mainline canon, Goku and Vegeta first used this to battle Janemba, a demon basically composed of essence of evil. Probably smells like cats. Gogeta
What?
defeated him in less than 2 minutes. 20 years later, Gogeta would become canon to conquer one of the most dangerous
Broly.
entities in the
I saw this
multiverse,
movie.
Broly.
Not theaters, but
Obviously, Gogeta's
online.
super powerful. But I think his most underappreciated skill is how he comes up with awesome attack names. Like the Big Bang Kamehameha, Stardust Fall, Meteor Explosion, and the ultimate villain killer, Stardust Breaker!
A fancy-looking attack that completely obliterates all traces of evil within a target.
Whoa.
So it took out Janemba in one shot.
So basically
The guy
he
was
went
literally
Thanos.
Made of evil.
Basically,
Look
he
at-
just
Weirdly
goes
enough, this
Thanos.
is similar to Devilman's Devil Might Be, which causes the evil within a person to explode and
Oh, you mean Spike? That guy's hilarious. Which obscure character are you gonna reference next? Icarus?
Oh.
Sour Man? General Rildo?
What?
Oh man, that guy's just one letter up from General Dill.
Over
Okay.
the years, Gogeta has achieved the empowered forms of Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan Blue, and even Super Saiyan 4 in his battle against Omega Shenron.
Super Saiyan 4 is a totally unique branch of transformation.
Hmm.
Instead of using Divine Ki like Super Saiyan God, it taps further into Goku and Vegeta's Saiyan bloodline, giving
Yeah.
them fuzzy red fur and teen goth eyeshadow.
Goku has
God,
also
that-
claimed this
and-
form increases a Saiyan's inherent aggression, though you wouldn't know it with Gogeta. He basically becomes Dragon Ball's Bugs Bunny, reveling and messing around with his foe any way he can.
Okay.
Until the fusion runs out. That's right, the fusion dance has a time limit of 30 minutes. This can be reduced even more if Gogeta uses up a lot of energy. Against Omega Shenron in GT, he split apart after about 10 minutes.
Just more evidence that the amount of power Gogeta possesses is enormous.
Right,
Even
okay.
repeatedly striking Broly so hard that the boundaries between dimensions shattered like glass wasn't enough to burn through his time.
Woo!
Hell, he was only in Super Saiyan 1 when he did that. After going blue, Broly didn't stand a chance. Based on earlier in the film, Whis' reaction even implies that Gogeta could possibly take on Beerus.
In Dragon Ball Heroes, Gogeta continues to prove he's one of the multiverse's S-tier fighters. He even defeated the Crimson Masked Super Saiyan Rose Full Power Goku
Rose?
Black and Ultimate God Slayer Hearts the God Hater. You know, those guys.
And two
No.
Gogetas together
Again,
could
never
take
s-
on Fu.
Just Fu? After all that, he's just called Fu?
Dark King Fu, the artificial bio-android demon mutant. He has Saiyan,
okay.
Namekian, Earthling, Majin, and Eternal Dragon DNA.
What?
Is this fan fiction?
Hearts the God
What?
Whiner claimed Fu could become an entity akin to Zeno, that little blue baby who can erase a multiverse with a thought.
But these Gogetas achieved even stronger forms than before. One was in Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, the boosted form Vegeta achieved during the Tournament of Power. The other was Super Saiyan 4, but not just any Super Saiyan
Alrighty.
4. He was Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker.
What?
I think my tongue is permanently twisted now.
These two forms fighting side by side implies that, at least in this iteration, both are similar if not equal in power.
Gogeta's so cool. And there are tons of people who think he'd win this matchup.
In Weekly Jump issue 28 from 1995, the fusion dance was stated to unify Goku and Vegeta's spirits and draw out their power to the max.
Okay.
As long as a fight with Vegito lasts less than 30 minutes, the magazine says
Okay,
Gogeta
he just-
should win.
Does
And
not
in
care
the
when he
video
crosses his
game
arms like
Raging
that.
Blast, there's a what-if scenario where Gogeta beats Vegito in a sparring session, but he was about to run out of energy, so maybe it could have gone either way.
Though with his power and skill, it's unlikely any opponent would push
So,
Gogeta.
so
to
do
his
they
limits.
shimmy when they?
Two of the greatest
It looks like they
warriors of
shimmy when they about to
history
do the
merged together
fusion.
As one. What more could you want as a fan? And what more could you fear as a foe?
Okay.
It's the spring
Now
of
it's Vegito.
1995. A demonic menace has threatened to consume the world in chaos. Goku and Vegeta were pushed to the brink with only one option left: fusion! They used one of their most incredible techniques to become a merged being of unimaginable power. Does this sound familiar?
But
Yeah.
there wasn't time to teach Vegeta an awkward dance routine he'd ultimately
Yeah, they do
despise.
shimmy.
Instead, they used the Patara.
Only the gods themselves
So they do
could run
shimmy.
bling
I-
like this. That's
Potara?
right, the Potara earrings come from the Kais, the gods that supervise the universes.
By placing one earring on each person's opposite ear, the Potara forcibly fuses the two beings together. No power level matching required.
Okay.
In this case, Goku and Vegeta fuse to become Vegito.
Okay, seriously, Vegito? Couldn't they have a better name?
It's not that bad. And remember, Fusion Reborn started production well before Toriyama penned Vegito's first appearance.
So,
Yeah.
Toei called dibs on the better name, huh? But still,
Toei
shouldn't it
called
be like
dibs the better name.
Vegito? Not like that's much better either.
No.
Why Vegito?
It makes more sense in Japanese. Vegito is formed from the first half of Vegeta and the latter
Oh.
half of Kakaroto. This is why Viz Media actually
Oh.
translated it to Vegerot.
Oh, that one sucks too. Okay,
Yeah.
bored now. Let's talk about how he blows shit
Okay,
up
you know
real
what?
good.
Vegito has numerous techniques that are entirely his own, many of which are, fittingly, perfect combinations of Goku and Vegeta's signature moves, such as the Final Kamehameha, formed like Vegeta's Final Flash, but fired like Goku's Kamehameha wave. He's got a Spirit Sword, the Saiyan Shield, and the Banshee Blast. Which, no, it's not the ghost attack you're thinking of.
With Goku and Vegeta's powers combined, Majin Buu was no match. Super Vegito was so friggin' powerful that even being turned into candy didn't slow him down. It just made him delicious.
His level of power had transcended to such an impressive degree that he was capable of effectively ignoring having his matter entirely altered and his DNA eradicated. He
Okay.
continued on as the incredible fighting candy.
No mouth, no brains, no organs of any kind, and he still kept slapping around that big pink ass.
Phrasing. Presumably, this is
Gas.
similar to how Vegeta overpowered Babidi's mind control, or how Goku broke through Hit's time skip with Kaioken. A greater power level can overrule basically anything a weaker one does. Though, to be fair, the Super Candy is a pretty extreme example.
But Vegito's a pretty extreme guy, even for the Dragon Ball multiverse. He later got that godly blue hairspray and beat the crap out of merged Zamasu, a double deity. Like a fusion dick measuring contest, but not at all close.
Though similar to his dancing counterpart, Vegito's time ran out after he overtaxed himself.
Which was kinda weird. Back in the day, they said these Potara fusions were permanent. Turns out it's only permanent for Supreme Kais. Vegito's form can last up to 1 hour before splitting apart, but
Okay.
can be shortened severely if he goes full tilt. In the
Okay.
manga, Vegito formed after Zamasu fused, and split apart when they expected fused Zamasu to have 20 minutes left, meaning he cut his time down to 40 minutes at most, though in the anime it was way less since he tried to quickly overpower Zamasu with a single attack.
The Potara have their own set of rules. Unlike the fusion dance, this form is maintained by the power of the earrings, not the fusers themselves. As such, destroying the earrings ends the fusion.
And if you slap the Potara on while in a Super Saiyan form, you can't power down while fused. So if Goku and Vegeta aren't careful, they can find themselves draining power when they don't need to. But surprise, Vegito's got into his own Super Dragon Ball Hero shenanigans, and he's got the full power Red Fur 2. Look, Wiz, I think I'm having deja vu.
Goddamn.
Aside from Fu, he's battled heavy-hitting threats to the multiverse like Cumber and Mechikabura.
And
Okay.
just like with Gogeta, there's plenty of people who think Vegeta would win this fight.
Daizenshus 4 and 7, basically two Dragon Ball encyclopedias, claim that the Potara fusion is superior to the fusion dance.
Oh.
Old
Okay.
Kai said this too, that the Potara provide a greater effect.
Though they both may be referring to what was believed at the time to be a permanent fusion. Not having to worry about overspending your time limit would certainly be a greater effect if it were true.
But hey, there's nothing that can get in the way of Vegito's awesome power. Gods and demons alike are no match. When there's no one strong enough to save the day, then perhaps two will do.
Okay, so real quick, like I said, either win or lose, I'm probably not going to care as much because I've lost interest in the Dragon Ball series. But if I would have to pick one, I'm at the top of my head, I'm going to go with Gogeta. Just because. I mean, yes, Vegito's fusion lasts longer, but like with Gogeta's fusion limit, if they use too much power, then the fusion's undone. Or if the rings are destroyed, the fusion's undone. That's two worries that Vegito has. Two issues Vegito has to worry about when it comes to the fusion. Whereas Gogeta, they just have to worry about power, about using too much power. And plus, I think Because I think Vegito doesn't have anything about. Wait, I think they did. I was referring to the whole reality breaking thing. I probably wasn't paying attention. I was trying to, but okay, but top of my head, Gogeta. I'm gonna go with Gogeta on this one. Ugh. So yeah, so I'm gonna go with Gogeta on this one. So if I'm wrong about this, I don't know. Like I said, I've been saying I don't want to repeat myself. So yeah, we're gonna go with Gogeta. Bleh. So Gogeta. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
Hear my wish, Eternal Dragon. It's
time for
death
battle! Hi, Shenron.
What is this madness?
Oh, Vegeta! Am I really that much taller than you?
Stuff it, Kakarot!
Bruh.
You...
They do it. I never realized they did do a shimmy. Boy! Okay, music's rocking. Okay, Super Saiyan. Woo! They're just flying around Shenron. What? Oh.
Not bad. Want to kick it up a notch? Sure. But how about some variety?
Okay, Furry Gogeta. I mean, yeah, I said it. Furry Gogeta. Okay, so Furry Gogeta's powers kind of like, so I guess, go Looney Tunes style in a sense. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Okay, reality shattering in full effect. Woo!
My turn.
Okay, Super Saiyan Blue. Kame House. Let's go! Okay. Bruh.
Gotcha.
Bruh.
Guess it's now or never.
Okay. Here we go. Let's see if my guess is right. Nope. Nope. Aw, man! Aw, man! Hey, yo. Okay, so there's...
That was epic! Totally worth the wish. Though I guess we
Now I can't
probably
wait to
could've
see how
solved a
people
lot of
think in the
world
comments
problems
about
with that.
I
if this
suppose
battle's
world
bullshit or not.
domination can wait another year. This fight was incredibly close. No, seriously, how could it not be? They're almost exactly the same person.
With a few minor differences here
Oh.
and there, like signature attacks. Neither Vegito nor Gogeta had one single power that provided an absolute edge over the other.
Except perhaps Vegito's longer time limit, though it's not so
Oh.
clear cut. Both have overtaxed their energy quick enough to end their fusions in less than 10 minutes. Time isn't the only factor, but also whatever is maintaining each fusion. Gogeta's body, and Vegito's earrings.
Oh,
it's
okay.
possible Vegito's power can actually drain the Potara faster than Gogeta's does his own body.
Still, it's twice the time, and that definitely gave Vegito more flexibility and strategy. So more often than not, it's safe to say Gogeta would run out of juice first.
Also, when Vegito or Gogeta defuse from power overuse, it's typically difficult for them to immediately fuse again due to that lack of energy.
But
Okay.
Vegito had another one over Gogeta. No matter what, he'd always have a very slight power advantage. Remember how the fusion dance requires the fusers to match their power levels? Well,
Okay.
the Potara don't need that.
Goku
Okay.
doesn't need to match Vegeta's slightly lower power levels, so there's nothing stopping Vegeta
Slightly
from
lower
combining
for
the full sum of
disrespect.
their parts.
Ah, poor Vegeta. You'll get your day in the sun one day, buddy. Oh, who am I kidding?
This might be what Old Kai was referring to when he said the Potara had a greater effect.
But hey,
Okay.
could Gogeta have destroyed the earrings? Nope. He would have had to be able to overpower Vegito first. Like
Oh.
how Goku could only destroy Kefla's earrings after he reached Ultra Instinct.
Remember, when
Okay.
comparing levels of power in Dragon Ball, the greater one can overrule almost anything the weaker one does. The earrings likely tend to be protected by the user's ki aura, similar to their clothing.
The only time we've ever seen Potara damaged or specifically targeted are when the wearer is overwhelmed or in a vulnerable state. If
Okay.
any stray ki blast could destroy them, we'd have a lot more broken earrings by now.
Lastly, there's some debate over their personalities. In their first appearances, Vegito seemed rather cocky and playful against Boo, whereas
Okay.
Gogeta was far more deliberate against Janemba, and thus
Oh.
far more successful. However, these are
Oh.
not core personality traits, and assuming so would be inconsistent with Vegito's serious fight with Zamasu and Gogeta's more brash fights with Broly and Omega Shenron. Context is key. As far as personality and mental ability goes, Gogeta and Vegito are practically identical. In the end, Vegito's higher power level, no matter how slight it was, made a big difference in protecting and maintaining his longer, more flexible time limit.
Okay.
Gogeta was gonna need meta more than that to beat Vegito. Sorry, Wiz, I know that pun was potarible.
Wait, shut up. Earth's Dragon Balls give 2 wishes, right?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Shenron, I wish for you to fuse me and win.
No! Oh god, here we go.
The winner is Vegito.
Okay, I ended.
Thanks for watching, and doubly thanks to our channel members for supporting us this year. Hope you've been enjoying the extra perks and content. We've got a bunch of new stuff in the works for you. If you aren't a champion, click that join button and give it a shot. Also, Season 10 of Death Battle is coming soon, including 2 matchups chosen by our champions. Let's see what you picked.
Yeah, okay. Bill Cipher? And Discord? Oh, freaking Adam from Prototype and who was that one? Cole McGarth. Whoa! Wait, but I thought that freaking oh shit, what are they? Adam ATOM from DC was it was Ant-Man. But I thought Ant-Man versus Atom was gonna be the next death battle. So it was Bill Cipher versus Discord, Supernatural, whatchamacallums, whatever, and Alan from Prototype. I mean, is it Alan from Prototype? I never played the game, but I know of Prototype. And what was it? Oh no, Alex Mercer, not Alan. Where am I getting Alan from? Versus Cole McGareth. Where is he from? I may need to look that up. I'll probably put it in the freaking text somewhere. But anyway, oh man. Oh man. Okay, so I lost there, so that's what, 3 losses in this season? That's not bad. That's not bad. I'll take it. I'll take it. So yeah, that's it. So as this goes to show how lackluster of my Dragon Ball knowledge is, if I didn't take into account that Vegito pretty much can go Thanos on people, and the longer limit of his fusion. I don't know. I don't know why I went Gogeta. It was just off the top of my head. So any Dragon Ball fans, don't come at me with your torches and pitchforks, okay? I tried. So in the next death battle, I'm gonna have a friend with me reacting to this as well. You would know him as Jacob Pendrehuth, who's been reacting with me throughout Ruby Volume 9, and he'll be reacting with me to this as well. So, yeah. So we're pretty much done here. So until the next season of Death Battle, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts of all the death battles you've seen in this video in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, if you liked the video, you enjoyed it, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Also, hit the bell button to be notified of my latest reactions, and follow me on Twitter at FreelancerAmber for pretty much the same thing, or just spam shit in general. So remember to stay awesome, be nice to animals, don't be dicks, keep moving forward, and I'll see you all in the next video!